So folks, it started, and this is a mess. More on that coming up. So folks, today started a renovation that was much needed. We have our washer dryer on this wall here, and on the opposite side of that wall is our kitchen and our kitchen sink. And when we bought the house, everything was good. A couple of years later, we started finding water in the basement because below this room is nothing, and then on the other side of that wall is a basement. And after running a camera through the drains, we found out that the drains are not intact in this floor. The drains are open. Basically, underneath is supposed to be clay pipe, according to the guy who used the camera. There was a little bit of a language barrier because we are in Germany and it was a German dude running the camera. But my understanding is underneath the floor here, and to include into the bathroom, is clay piping, which makes sense because we opened up the other side of the wall out there on the street, and there is clay pipe going out of the house. So it does make sense. But today started the renovation, and man, is it a renovation. So in this room is a bunch of false walls, all in this room. And we're finding stuff behind these false walls. So last week I had to fix the drain on the clothes washing machine. It was backed up, and the drain goes inside this wall. It disappears behind the false wall into block, so that's even crazier. And somehow makes it all the way over here into this bathroom. And somewhere in this floor is the drain line that comes from the kitchen and the laundry room. There's no way to fix it other than put it new. So we're using this as a opportunity, that's what she likes to call it, to go ahead and do the renovations that we want to do in order to fix the drain line. So Mama gets a new bathroom, she gets a new washroom slash mudroom setup, and we've also decided that we're going to do the kitchen on the other side of the wall, and we'll bring you in there when we start in there. But this is a big job, a really big job. We're finding all kinds of stuff, and yeah. So let me show you what I got into today, and Mrs. K helped out as well. But it was a productive day, to say the least. And we'll show you that now, and then I'm going to come back and we're going to do some more talking about all this renovation stuff. So here's the bathroom as it stands. You can see it's quite dated. It's from the 70s at least, if not older. But this is where we're starting. All the old tile has to come off the wall. This shower basin and tub are gone. The toilet's no longer going to be in that corner, and the sink is going to go as well. So here's the good, a good before. The window is also from the 70s, so the window has to be replaced. If you're familiar with these style windows, they tip open and then open. And this one, the mechanisms are just, they're gone. They're spent. So, yeah, it's going to be a long project. So in part of the renovation, we have to get rid of the fixtures and we got to put construction stops on. So we're going to go ahead and take the fixture off, put these construction stops on so that we can actually demo all the tile off the walls. So let's get it. So now that the construction stops are on that wall back there, it's wrecking time. see, we have been busy. And farmers doing what farmers do. We pulled the tub out, and that is dirt. There's actually no cement underneath the tub or the shower or where they were. So it makes it a little easier because we can adjust and actually have good drainage, and we don't have to raise the height for the shower and stuff, but farmers doing what farmers do. And another interesting tidbit. So that is a layer of terrazzo tile on a layer of cement like this. So again, it makes it easier for getting the drain lines and stuff in the floor, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. So, yes, we've we've dug up some treasure, but I was almost expecting to find Hoffa in here. Not that he made it all the way to Germany, but I mean, yeah, who knows where he is? They said the end zone of Giant Stadium, but so it started. And it's a mess. You know, you can see this is a hot water line running down. It goes over there to the corner behind me and then into the basement. But this is the actual hot water feed for the what was the shower in the tub. That's got to go. So a lot of planning needing to be done. And then we have this box right here that I know what two of them are, because two of them actually run around, and you can see them over here, and they go up and over and that way. Now those are the two that they feed my washer dryer. So I know what two of those circuit breakers are, but I have no idea what the other ones are. I don't know. So we're not going to mess with any electricity until after we get the rest of these false walls down. So when you'll see when we're tearing it apart, these walls are on little boards on this cement wall. So we're talking about what we're going to do with it and all that. We're not real sure yet. But yeah, and the wall's pretty flat, so I'm thinking if we get rid of the pipes and stuff like that, we can go ahead and fix the stucco and just paint it and not put these false walls and stuff up. And yeah, it's crazy. And then we dug in over here, and that's the main water going into the house. So the main water goes from here about 25 feet that way, and then 25 feet back for the bathroom. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. Well, like I said, we're just starting. All this tile has to come off the wall. And up here you can see this is electrical all up in here. I'll bring you in close. So that's where the electricity comes through the wall. So we'll terminate it all so that there's no live wires. Let me flip you around. There is a form of PEX piping. That's what you're seeing right there. Laying in the dirt, going across. And then of course it goes up that other wall. And I believe it's teed off inside the wall, which is a block wall for those two, which were the shower feeds. So it comes from the shower, underneath the shower, what was the shower in the tub, and then comes back up here, that was feeding the tub. So we got our work cut out for us. Definitely got our work cut out for us, because in that wall, these pipes have to make it all the way over here, and I don't know how they get there, because right here is the main water feed, and this is the hot water. So somehow this hot water also goes to that sink. It's crazy. So, needless to say, we got our work cut out for us. Farmers doing what farmers do. I can't blame them. It had to be cost effective. Money doesn't grow on trees. It's even worse now because, inflation and all that, and wages not keeping up with inflation at this point. But, so, yeah, we bit off a little more than we could chew at this point. But it's just like they say, how to eat an elephant, one bite at a time. We're going to be taking a lot of bites to get this thing done. So, until the next time and the next adventure, and believe me, this is an adventure, auf Wiedersehen.